students, we were discussing about color code method, how the carbon composition, small registers can be valued with the proper resistance value by using color stripes or color bands. I already told you why those small carbon composition resistors are only made using the fabrication of circuits because of their less cost and durability and less size, small size. At the same time, it is not possible to mention the resistance of those resistors on them because of their small size. Color code method is used, and to remember that, I think we have seen on mnemonic also, which helps us to find the resistance of the resistor. Actually, B.B. Roy, a Great Britain, had a very good wife wearing gold and silver necklace. There each letter which stands there to represent the different color stripe. All they are having their individual own values, by referring which we can find the value of the resistor. Okay, here for the practice I take one or two examples. In last class only I told you, for 1 mark if it is asked, how can that be? Either by giving the set of colors, you will be asked to write its value or a resistance, or by giving the resistance in terms of a digital numerical value, its corresponding color code can be asked. For example, for 1 mark, if it is given 26 into 10 to the power of 4 plus or minus of 10% ohm. If this is the given resistance of a resistor, by giving this numerical value, if suppose it's a possible color combination, if it is asked, by using which 3 colors we can write its value. It's a suitable value. For that, we should know the restriction is that on that carbon composition resistor, there should be only 4 bands or 4 stripes, not more than that. And out of a 4, first 2 represents the digits, and the third color should represent the multiplier or the power of 10, and the fourth color band or color stripe, it should represent the tolerance of the resistance. Okay, here we have to restrict that given value also, so that its value can be written or it can be obtained in terms of 4 color bands. Here, this first color, first digit, it represents the first color stripe or color band. Second digit, it represents the second color stripe. And this third one, this is third one means a multiplier or power of 10. That 4, that represents the third color. And the fourth color band, it should represent the tolerance. And by using that mnemonic, B.B. Roy of a Great Britain had a very good white wearing gold silver necklace, starting from the black, whose value is 0, brown value is 1, and red value is 2. Here, to represent this 2, this 2 can be represented with the color stripe or color band, that is red. First color band should be red, and the next second digit also is represented by the any color band 6, and this value of a 6, the value of 6 is represented by the color blue. B.B. Roy goes to Bombay, that also you can remember. 6 means corresponding color band which is there to represent the 6 value, that is a blue, red, blue, and the third color band that should represent the power of 10. Here the power of 10 is 4, and the 4 can be represented by the color yellow, then the possible color combination of this register is red, blue, yellow, and tolerance. Tolerance is 10%. I already told you 10% how that tolerance is varied in that range of its actual value. 10% means 10% tolerance is represented by the color stripe or color band by the silver. Gold represents 5%, silver represents 10%. If there is no color, if this is not given, in that case, if it is not given, then the fourth color is not necessary to write no color. If there is no color and its tolerance it is understood, that is 20%. Instead of 10%, if 20% is given there, you need not to write this fourth color silver. Only with the three color you can write it. And the same can also be written like this: 26 into 10 to the power of 4 plus or minus 10% whole can be written in terms of a color: red, blue, yellow, and silver. I give you some set of colors. With this, we can write its proper value, numerical value. If suppose there is a black, green, and orange, only three colors if there are, then by giving such three colors, you could be asked to write the numerical value of this. Numerical value of this. It means black. Black, its value, black color, its numerical value is 0. And green, green value is 5. It's 0. It's a 5. Orange, the third color, it represents the power of 10. Orange, its value is 3. 3, it means 0, 5 into 10 to the power of 3. No color is there. Only 3 colors are there. Fourth band is absent. It means its tolerance will be 20%. It can be written like this: 5 kilo, 5 into 10 to the power of 3 ohm with the tolerance plus or minus of 20%. Or simply it can be written like this as 50 into 10 to the power of 2 ohm or 5 kilo ohm plus or minus of 20%. See that if the numerical value is given, try to write its possible color combination. If colors are given 3 band or 4 band, depending upon that, the corresponding numerical value should be written. This is correct. Black, green, BBR, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Green is of 5 into orange means third color 10 to the power of 3. The value of this is 5 kilo ohm. This is how we have to practice to write color code in the numerical value and numerical value in a color code. Okay, now come to this combination of registers. Combination of registers. Registers are the devices which are used to offer some opposition to the flow of electric current, and resistor symbolically is represented with the zigzag line or zigzag path. I already told you either there should be 4 ups or 4 downs, and those resistors can be combined, can be grouped, can be connected in any electrical circuit. Electrical circuit means that there is a closed path for the flow of current, and those resistors can be either connected or grouped or combined in 3 different combinations, in 3 different ways, and those are called as a series grouping, parallel grouping, and mixed grouping. And for your syllabus, there are 2 groups: series group and parallel group. Series grouping. What is a series grouping or series combination? Parallel grouping. What is parallel grouping or parallel combination? Why do we require to combine these resistors in a different grouping? Why should we connect them in a series? Why should we connect them in a parallel? What for these have to be connected like this in a different grouping? Let us say, first of all, see what actually is meant by series combination. What is meant by series combination? Series combination or a series grouping is nothing but the connecting the electrical components end to end. I am saying here electrical components. Electrical components means in general all these three are taken as electrical components. Which three? Resistors, inductors, capacitors. Resistors, inductors, capacitors. These are three components commonly called them as components, electrical components. Here particularly if you want to take, you can take the resistors. When these resistors are connected in a series, or when the connection of resistors is said to be series. When the connection of resistors is said to be series, the connection of resistors or the combination of resistors or group of resistors is said to be series when they are connected end to end, one after the other. End to end or one after the other. In series combination, what happens? Current remains same. That is a property or feature, characteristic of the series combination. In series combination, current remains same. Whatever the amount of a current which is passing through the first resistor, the same current will flow or pass through all the components which are connected in series. But the net potential difference across the combination is given by the sum of the potential differences across the individual components or individual resistors. Is that clear? Series combination means connecting the resistors end to end. Here you can see terminal end of the first resistor is connected to the initial end of the next, or initial end of the second, or terminal end of the second again is connected to the initial end of the third resistor. Such a grouping or combination or connection is called as a series connection or series grouping or series combination. In such combination, current remains the same. Here you can see the current is represented by the I, and the same amount of current I is passing through all the resistors R1, R2 and R3. Current means the time rate of flow of charge. That is called as a current. PD, potential difference across the resistors. PD across the resistors are different. Here you can see R1, R2, R3 are the three resistors which are connected. All are having a different resistance. All resistors are not of a same value, or all are not of a same resistance. That's why here we represent them with the subscript R1, R2, R3. It means R1 is not equal to R2, is not equal to R3. All are different. R1, R2, R3. But here, to send the same amount of current through all the different resistors, through all the three resistors of a different resistance, work which is required to be done, that may be different. R1, if it is of a small resistance, then we need small amount of work to do to send the current I through the R1. If R2 is greater than R1, in that case, if it is greater than resistance of the second resistor is greater than the first resistor, it means R2 offers maximum opposition to the flow of current. Then against to that opposition, we need to send the same current even through the second resistor. When we have to send same amount of a current, how much it is passed through the R1, through the R2, because its resistance is high, greater comparing with the R1, then in that case we have to do more amount of work. Because it offers a maximum opposition on comparing with the R1. As it offers maximum opposition, we need to do some extra work on comparing with the work how much we have done in sending the same current through the R1. Because of its high resistance, to send same amount of current through R2, we need to do extra work. And that's why V2 is different across the R2. V2 means potential difference across the second resistor. Potential difference means again the work done to send the current from one point to the another point. Here across the second resistor means the amount of work which is to be done to send the current I through the second resistor of resistance R2. Like this, potential difference across R1 is different to V1, potential difference across R2 is different to V2, PD across R3 is different to V3. Why these all are different? Because of different resistances. All are of different resistances, R1, R2, R3. That's why PDs across individual resistors are also different. Across R1, V1, across R2, V2, across R3, V3. But through all the three resistors which are connected in series, same current will be flowing. The same current I. That's why it is not represented like I1, I2, I3. It is simply I. Common same current. Okay, now is that clear? What is the series combination? Series combination is a combination of resistors in which the resistors are connected end to end such that current through the combination remains the same and the net potential difference across the combination is equal to the sum of the individual PDs. Okay, if you are asked to define the definition of a series, you need to remember these definition of that and two characteristics or two features of the series combination through which I remains the same and net PD is equal to sum of the individual PDs. And in regular class, when we meet, I will tell you one story how these can be remembered easily. But now, as we don't have a time, just go through this. Now, here we are asked to find the equivalent resistance of this series combination. Equivalent resistance or effective resistance. This derivation again might be asked for 5 marks. 5 marks means the total entire 5 marks can be divided into different points depending upon number of steps. You will be asked a question like this: derive an expression for equivalent resistance of n resistors connected in a series. Or it can be asked, derive an expression for the effective resistance of resistors connected in a series. Effective resistance expression or equivalent resistance expression. For that, 3 resistors. Here it is written. Consider 3 resistors of resistances R1, R2 and R3 are connected in series. Let V1, V2, V3 and V3 be the potential differences across the R1, R2 and R3 respectively. According to Ohm's law, we know Ohm's law. Ohm's law states that current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference maintained across its ends. V is equal to I into R. Here, according to Ohm's law, voltage or potential difference across the first resistor V1 is equal to I into R1. PD across second resistor V2 is equal to I into R2. Because these are connected in series, current through them remains the same. Potential difference across the third resistor R3 is V3 equal to I into R3. Current I remains same because that is a characteristic of a series combination. By the definition of a series combination, I already defined net potential difference. Net potential difference or net voltage across the combination. Net voltage across the combination, across all the 3 resistors, V is equal to net PD across the combination, V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Because in series, PDs are added. Net PD is equal to sum of the individual potential differences across all the components. Here, when I say component, you should understand it as a resistor because resistor is also one of the electrical component. And in figure, it is shown like this. If you want more clear, you can add one battery or you can take one battery here. A battery, series combination of 2 or more cells. Not necessary to represent this battery is understood because by showing this voltage, it is understood. Voltage is maintained across the group. Positive of the battery is connected here to the initial end of the first resistor. That's why the directional flow of a current, conventionally, how is that shown? I is flowing from positive of the battery to the negative of the battery, the direction of flow of a current. I from positive to negative. Okay, here by definition of series combination, net voltage is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now V is equal to net voltage. V1 means I into R1, V2 means I into R2, V3 means I into R3. Net voltage is equal to on taking I commonly outside, R1 I into R1 plus R2 plus R3. If this combination is replaced by an equivalent resistor, if this combination of three resistors, series combination of three resistors, if this combination is replaced by equivalent resistor means one single resistor whose resistance is equal to sum of all the three. Or we can understand how much opposition is offered by these three resistors being in a series group. If the same opposition is offered by one single resistor, then we can say that single resistor which also can offer same amount of opposition as it is offered by the group of series group of three, that single resistor can be taken as an equivalent resistor, or you can say effective resistor. Is that clear? Equivalent or effective resistor is a one single resistor which can offer the same opposition as that of the combination. How much opposition is offered by the three together here? The same will be offered by one single resistor. Here you can see is represented. This is important. For this there is a mark. You need to show it either in terms of words or by writing the diagram. Either in terms of words or by writing diagram. If the combination is replaced by one single equivalent resistor whose equivalent resistance is Rs, then the net PD across this equivalent resistor is taken as an equivalent voltage V equivalent by Ohm's law. And applying Ohm's law for this, equivalent voltage across the equivalent resistor V equivalent is equal to I into Rs, equivalent resistance Rs. Now I am comparing equation 1 and 2 because already I told you the job of Rs, which also offers the same opposition as that of the combination. You can compare equation 1 and 2. V equivalent I into Rs is equal to sum of group of resistors I into R1 plus R2 plus R3. By then, finally, we will get an expression for equivalent resistance or effective resistance of three resistors connected in series. Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. R1 plus R2 plus R3 means, how we can say, effective resistance of resistors connected in series is always equal to the sum of the individual resistances. Effective resistance or equivalent resistance of resistors connected in series is always equal to the sum of the resistances. Oh, this is an expression up to where we have to derive this equation. Later, depending upon the features of a series combination, here some points have to be noted. In that first one, the equivalent resistance or effective resistance in series combination is always greater than the greatest of the individual resistance. Listen me. Effective resistance or equivalent resistance of a series resistors is always greater than the greatest of the individual resistance. For example, here three resistors if I take, one is of a 2 ohm, other is of a 3 ohm, and the third is of a 4 ohm. Three resistors of different resistances. Out of these three, which single individual resistor has a greater resistance? Third resistor. Its resistance is a 4 ohm. When you find effective resistance of a three resistors, 2 ohm, 3 ohm, 4 ohm, their effective resistance will be, according to the formula, 2 plus 3 plus 4, that is a 9 ohm. 2 plus 3 plus 4, 9 ohm. Effective resistance of three resistors of resistances 2 ohm, 3 ohm and 4 ohm will be 9 ohm. In series combination, this effective resistance 9 ohm is always greater than the greatest of any of the individual. Greatest of the individual means 4 ohm is the greatest of the individual. this effective resistance is greater than that 4 ohm. 9 ohm is greater than 4 ohm, greater than the greatest of the integer. First note. Second, if such n identical resistors are connected in series, n identical resistors, it means if all the resistors which are connected in series, all are of the same resistance. Instead of taking different resistances, 2 ohm, 3 ohm, 4 ohm, if I take all are of the same 4 ohm, R1 is of a 4 ohm, R2 is also of a 4 ohm, R3 is also of a 4 ohm. See now, 3 resistors, each one is of a same resistance. How much it is of a 4 ohm. If you connect such n number of resistors, one after the other in series, then their effective resistance or equivalent resistance can be given simply effective resistance of n number of identical resistors is given by R is equal to n into R. It means, if for example, here I have taken 3 resistors, all are of identical value, 4 ohm, 4 ohm, 4 ohm. Their effective resistance as per that Rs is equal to, if it is of 3 resistors, each is of 4 ohm, directly you can write it as n into R. It means how many resistors are there? 3 resistors. Each resistor is of how much resistance? 4 ohm. Then their effective resistance is 3 into 4, that is 12 ohm. If all are identical, effective resistance is n into R. Then next, third note, as in series combination, as per the definition of a series, current remains same. Current remains same means constant. Then only 2 quantities are left in that expression of a Ohm's law, V and R. These are depending upon each other. Voltage is directly proportional to resistance because current remains same. That's why voltage is directly proportional to resistance. Okay, even on arriving at this expression, final step of the expression Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, you need to write that the effective resistance of the resistors connected in series is always equal to the sum of the individual resistances. Similarly, we can connect them in a parallel, and that parallel combination with some example we will see in our next session.